Hey friends, hey. It's FaceTime time. That was weird. But it is FaceTime with the friends time. I want to welcome you guys back to the Chaos Corner with me, Constance Monet. Um, it was a long weekend, guys. It was a long weekend, okay? So, my business just turned 5. I'm so happy. Oh, it was so wonderful. I got to have a good toast with the girls. I got to really think about some stuff about where I am now, how I'm doing, and how my baby has been around for half of a decade. So, my business Skin Tell Soul Tell's anniversary was this past Saturday. My baby girl, she's about to be 6 on Friday, okay? And my big boy's birthday is in 3 months, so all my kids, they just growing up so fast on me. I can't take it. It just seems like just yesterday I had little sweet babies and sweet ideas, and I was hoping and wishing and praying, and now 5 years has gone by. And in those 5 years, I have done the most, tried a plethora of things, and the foundation is set now on where Skin Tell Soul Tell is going. But let me tell you guys, business is just like a child. It's an ever moving, ever changing thing. You think something at first. Oh, I want to do this, and this. And then you start to do it, and you start to need the products, or you need the people, or you think, oh, I want to work with people. And then you realize, this is very, very hard to do. And then you say, hey, I want to make something. Then you start making it. And then you find out the laws to sell it, and the laws to make it, and the laws to store it. Okay. Those are just the laws. Let's not get into actually creating, failing, wasting product. Oh, man. Resources flying out of the door. That's well before you ever create an actual product to sell. Okay? Oh, man. These manufacturing companies and the white labeling and figuring out what you really want to do and going through the process and actually going in the kitchen, melting wax, destroying pots, okay?
We don't like wax.
Of course, the little humans, they, vocally made an appearance as normal. But what else can you expect in the chaos corner, right? But back to what I was saying. Doing business is creating a human. It's just like creating a human and raising them. You have this idea, you create what you think is going to be the foundation of it, and then you grow and learn while in the process that some of it sticks, some of it is the worst decision you ever made, some of it is amazing, and you still don't want to do it. That's what you like. Oh, it's wonderful, but no. Okay. But after 5 years, Skin Tell Soul Tells and I, we have learned each other. Okay. We have learned each other just like my son and my daughter have learned mommy, and I'm learning my son and my daughter. Every year it is a new thought process. Every year it is a new journey. And I am just so excited and happy. See, that's why I have the big girl drink today. Big girl drink. That's what we're going to say. Big girl drink. But I'm just excited. I'm excited for what's to come for the next 5 years. I mean, I have my boards and my plans and my updated, business information, but none of that stuff matters because when you're in it and you're doing it, it is ever moving. It is ever changing. Just podcasting has changed so much for me. I started out in Skin Tell Soul Tell like, oh no, I'm just going to do my esthetician stuff. You guys can go back. I ain't taking it down. It's back there to see. I had about 30 extra pounds on me and an idea. And I just had a baby. That's why my business and my human are the same age right now. For 1 week, they're the same age, okay? I just had a human and I was really trying to work it out. And I was like, oh my God, I hate this being in front of the camera alone. 1 second. I hated it. At least I thought I did. I didn't understand the dynamics of it. I didn't understand what my little brother was telling me. Just stay in front of the camera. Just keep shooting. You'll figure it out. Just keep going, keep going. I listened to that part. And shout out to my baby brother for always fussing at me about it, because he could see in me what I couldn't see at that time. And I'm grateful that he could, because those words really meant a lot. They really pushed me far. And even just kind of working with him sometimes, it just gave me an idea that I knew I could do this. I knew I wanted to do this. And then I shot my episodes. Being a mom of under two was starting to get to me. And then I was like, oh man, this is kind of like a story time. Let me finish, but yeah, but I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep doing this. I don't know if I have the energy and the time. At that time, I was working a full-time job, about 8 to 10 hours a day. I had 2 toddlers under 2 years old. It was just me. I'm a single mom. I have been since the birth of both of my children. That's a whole nother story time in itself, okay? And then I birthed a brand new idea, baby, Skin Tell Soul Tell. So I was really a single mom to 3 under 3. Oh, it was a lot. But it was quite an experience, and I shot as far as I could. I cried a lot because I didn't know what else to do. I was like, I don't feel well versed. I don't feel this way. I did not feel like at that time, being a year into being an esthetician, that was like the best idea. Now I'm 5 years down the line in that, going to my 6th year as being an esthetician. So things have changed, right? But I started and then I quit, kind of. I said, I don't want to shoot like this. This isn't fun. I want to try something else. So about in that same year, I moved from one side of Texas to the other, from Houston to Dallas. And I'm originally from Dallas. So, that was just kind of going home. It's kind of been the two. I've been in between most of the time. And I ended up like getting out there, having a more settled situation. And so I was like, I want to shoot again. I'm going to start shooting again. You guys can go and see last season with me and the girls doing our thing, having tribe talk. That's my tribe, That's how I do. That's how we move. It's good conversation, healthy love, learning, growing. I'm always the wild card. I know it doesn't seem that way, but remember, guys, I started Chaos Corner. You have to know, it's me. It's always me. I know it. But I started with the girls, and I was like, man, okay, this is going to be it. I'm going to keep going. But also, Skin Tell Soul Tell is about skin and what it tells, and about the soul and what it tells. So, I was doing a lot of things in between that. I was working farmers markets because I create my products. I was working for farmers markets, doing the podcast, creating products, selling online, and just trying to figure out if I wanted to brick and mortar, because also metaphysical is inside of Skin Tell Soul Tell. So I have crystals, I have products, I have herbs, herbal-based teas, and all of these different things. And I was just like, ooh, I got a bunch of stuff, and I want to do all of this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do it. I still had 2 toddlers and a full-time job, okay? Because I keep a full-time job. My full-time job right now is this. Skin Tell Soul Tell. That's what it's become. But at that time, I had another full-time job. It was a different job. That's why I had moved from Houston to Dallas, transitioning in job spaces. So it was still a task. It was a task to do farmers markets, driving back to Houston, coming from Dallas. It's a 4 hour drive, back and forth, and having my toddlers with me. And one of my best friends, she really showed up for me anytime it was a farmer's market. She was there. She was motivating me. She was saying, hey, friend, you've done it. You've made the products. You've done these things. Like, you're going to get it done. And so then when I started shooting with the girls, I was like, oh, it's about to go. This is perfect. Everything's going to work out. But then I was the main everything for the podcast. So I did the editing. I was creating content all together. I also was working around the friends, the girls' schedule. And, I still had two toddlers, okay? Yes, this is my baby. I was also working at Amazing Lash, and like it was a lot going on. So that was a secondary job. That was like the part-time job was Amazing Lash, just to keep my aesthetics up. I had went into education and I was doing Amazing Lash so I could do the aesthetic part that I love and do the thing that makes me a lot of money, okay? Which is that 8 to 10 hour job, that full-time job, right? And also with my little humans, that's my second and third full-time job at all times, right? And so I was loving it, and it was so fun, and I loved the camaraderie. It was so beautiful, but it was exhausting because I would spend 4 days straight trying to get one video edited because I was also learning editing, learning the software, understanding the dynamics of how to transition conversation in a podcast with multiple people on it. How some parts would have to get cut out because we're all doing this because we're having general camaraderie. Well, that sounds horrible. When you are recording, it sounds terrible. And just going through that process, and I was exhausted. 6 months in, I was exhausted at that point. And so I was like, okay, I need to take a break. I have to figure out a different way, figure out this editing software, learn more about this stuff, and see where I want to go. And then in between last season of the podcast and Chaos Corner and Skill Tells presenting, more change. There was a change in lifestyle, a change in state. I lost $10,000 worth of products because I moved to Nevada, and that summer it was 120 degrees for 2.5 months. Okay. I did not think that even indoors products would go bad, but when you put a brink on the system, it happens, okay? And so I had crystals that completely cracked. I had products that mildewed. I had liquids that exploded inside of containers that ruined other products, which is what helped crystals crack, okay? I went into a storage room and I cried for an hour and a half straight as I opened up my products and realized that I had broken machinery, aesthetic machines, and these machines are expensive, okay? They're expensive, baby. They were gone. They were just fucking gone. I had to throw pieces away and cry over it, and I had to look at product and take inventory of what I lost, and I knew the government wasn't going to give me no money back on this. Nobody was going to pay me back. It was just gone. It was just gone. Oh, man. I'm going to hold it in because we're past that. But in that moment, I didn't think I was going to keep doing this. I did not think I was going to get to year 5 because at that point, I just could not believe that everything that I worked so hard for 3 years up until that point was just gone. I threw everything away. Oh, I cried. Oh, I cried. Okay, baby. There is nothing else you can do because you can't hit anything when you're in a storage with concrete walls. Okay, I mean you can. You want to break your hand. Okay, you can't fight anyone. It's no one else's fault. It's not even your fault. It is literally just nature doing its thing, right? And oh, through the crying, I got to the trash. I took inventory. I realized how much I'd lost, and I probably cried for another 3 months after that, on and off, just going through my emotions. Also, guys, I'm bipolar type 1, so that sent me into a manic state, and then I came down and I was depressed for those 3 months, which is why I cried, and I didn't feel good enough. I felt like God was saying that I should just get a job and give up my dream, and I just felt devastated. That was the biggest feeling. I felt devastated, like my dreams weren't worth it. That's what I felt. And my village, they came through for me. Do you understand? They told me I could never think like that. I worked my ass off. I know I could do it again. My kids, they got to see their mom do the thing that made her the happiest. And so they're kids, and you know how kids are. They're like, Mom, you can do it again. We know you can. We'll help you make it. We'll help you do everything. And I have not fully recouped. Even at my 5-year mark, I have not even maybe a third, maybe 1/3 worth of new products. And I can't even say products. I have to say resources to create the products. A third I have started rebuilding on, and it has been just quite a journey. My village and my brother yelling at me through the phone that I am worth it, and I did this by myself the first time. I can do it again. My kids telling me, Mom, you're amazing, and that they would help me. They don't even know what they're doing. They just want to do something to make me happy. But me experiencing everyone pouring the love back into me that I poured into them, and also them understanding how important that was for me, that it wasn't just a hobby, it's not just a thing. Skin Tell Soul Tell is my other child. I am going to have it up and run it all over again, and in the way that it was, and even better than it was. And right now we're just rebuilding that side of it. But in the meantime, Skin Tell Soul Tell presents Chaos Corner every day. Okay, Tribe Talk is coming back. I just have to work on, getting more equipment and making sure that I can get different people, just kind of rebuilding the cast, and rebuilding how it functions on that side. But meantime, in between time, I'm still here. I'm so proud of me. I hope that you guys really, really get something out of this story time. If not just to say cheers to me, but to also remember this is not an easy journey. None of this is an easy journey. I'm going to keep saying it 100 times over. It's not just the podcasting. It's any dream you ever have. Being a mom was my dream. It's hard. Not because I'm a single mom. It's hard, period. It is just a hard task. It is a journey. You're working with personalities, and they come out with personalities. I mean, win at that part, personalities. Okay. And the same goes with your business. It is a personality. It is a thing. It is an entity that you're building, and you're putting blood and sweat and love into, and it is gonna go its way. It is going to have its problems. It is going to do so much. But if you stick with it, you keep going, you keep celebrating your wins, you celebrate those losses, you do the crying, you sit in the corners, you take the time, you breathe about it. If your village is right, they'll push you through it too. Because sometimes when you dragging your behind on the ground, and like my granny used to say, stop dragging your ass, okay? You're gonna pick up a lot of dirt, and sometimes you need people to push you out of that dirt. And when they do, you just pay attention and you take note. You take note so that when everything is up and moving, you know who gets to celebrate with you. You know who you bring with you. The same people who celebrate with you in your lows are the ones who celebrated with me in my highs, who celebrated with me at 5 years, who knew how important this was to me, who called and said, girl, I know that anniversary coming soon, right? Like, just keep trying. Keep doing whatever it is that's your thing. Your thing is your thing. It doesn't matter if 1,000 people are doing your thing. You are only you. Your thing will always be yours. Nobody can add the special razzle dazzle, the sprinkles, as me and my kids say, to your thing. So thank you guys for talking to me today on FaceTime. And just remember, gem of the day, always use your critical thinking skills. It'll get you through the most in your life. It'll push you past your hard times and get you through the easy ones, okay? I enjoyed talking to you guys today. My energy's getting better. Yep. But y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll be FaceTiming again soon, okay?